The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 12 of the Drunk Texting Podcast. 12 episodes deep. We are a dozen. We have hit a Krispy Kreme.
A Krispy Kreme.
We have hit a Krispy Kreme of episodes. We are here. We have made it to a Krispy Kreme of episodes.
But are we hot and fresh?
I would like to think so. That I can't say for you. That would have to be.
I'm quite pleased. Thank you.
That's not something I can answer. I'd like to think I'm hot and fresh. But regardless, I am your host, JB. As always, joined by my co-hostess with the ma-hostess. Please tell the people who you are this week.
I'm the hot and fresh Kristal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm hot and fresh.
Oh, Lord. Oh, now I'm actually glad I still haven't gotten the subreddit done yet, because, oh my God, they are going to go. Studio audience, I want to apologize in advance, because I just know for a fact that there's going to be, at some point, and I know this because it happens, and every time, there's going to be some fan art, some fan fiction, all of it. And I need to apologize. And I apologize to my wife ahead of time too, because I know they're going to get done. And I know it's going to happen. And I know at some point they're going to be like, tagging us to be like, hey, did y'all see this? Hey, have y'all read this? Hey, have y'all? And they're going to want us to react to them. And of course, I'm a whore for content. So I absolutely would react to that kind of stuff on an episode.
Fanfic.
So like, I would. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm already apologizing because I know it's going to come. I know at some point.
I'm not apologizing.
That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, though. Don't get me wrong. I love my wife to death, and I'm glad that she picked me to walk this mortal coil. But the idea of being seen by other people as sexy, that's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go anywhere with it. I have no intention of going anywhere with it. But to know that somebody out there that doesn't know me is going to look at me and be like, wow, he is very cute. Very attractive. That's nice. It's just a nice little thing.
It makes you feel good, right?
Exactly. It makes you feel good. A little bit on the inside.
Confidence boost, you know?
Exactly.
That's all anybody ever needs.
Right. Like, my wife does that well enough for me. She literally look at me and be like, that's sexy. Like, good enough for me. But like, just to know, like, that's my wife. My wife is going to do that all day, every day.
Yeah. It's different for somebody else to do. Like, okay, somebody else.
All right.
Kind of like this.
Like, hey, okay. I enjoy seeing the videos online of the women that like randomly go up to men, and it's like, oh, you're too handsome not to be smiling.
Yeah.
Like seeing those videos, I'm just like, oh, that makes my heart smile, because like you genuinely like see it. Even the ones that like, if you see that they have like a wedding ring on, they'll still just like smile, and it's like you probably made their day. Like
sometimes women do that just as like revenge, not revenge, but like.
I get what you're saying.
Script.
I get what you're saying, but
I said men don't get compliments enough.
they don't, and that's why I'll admit, if society wasn't the way society was, I would tell my homeboys that they were attractive a lot more.
Listen,
but
you ain't never heard of kissing the homies?
Got real quiet.
There was a long time ago. Gotta kiss the homies goodnight. Like, hey, but not kiss the homies, but not in the gay way. It's like, hey, bro, I love you. Good night.
Don't get.
You gotta kiss the homies. Gotta tell your homies they look good. Like, hey, bro, you looking real good today. I like your cut, G. Like something.
I'm drinking a mixture of rum, watermelon vodka, and Sprite, as well as some seltzer water that kind of went like the carbonated water, basically. The watermelon carbonated water as well. It tastes really well. It's very watermelony.
Yo, bro, you drinking that real good. Keep it up. I like the way you sip.
We're about to get rid of the studio audience.
I've been telling you that. You don't let you.
We're about to get rid of the studio
I've been
audience.
told you to get rid of the studio audience.
Oh my goodness gracious. What are you doing here?
Oh my god. Not non-branded, unbranded,
Okay.
non-affiliated,
Non-affiliated.
non-affiliated.
We drink all kinds of alcohol on this podcast. I'm sure at least one of them wants to sponsor us.
Well, they better speak up.
You know?
Or it's forever gonna be non-affiliated.
You're right. That's why I just say vodka, rum, whatever. You know, absolutely 100%. I want to try. You know what I haven't tried that became like a sponsor of the WWE recently? Wheatley American Vodka. And it sounds like a vodka that's made out of wheat versus the like, I guess whatever normally the vodka is made out of.
Potatoes.
Huh? Yeah, potatoes, but like, it sounds like it's made out of like wheat product,
Right.
wheat product instead of like potatoes. So it's interesting, and I've seen it at the liquor store that I go to around here, and I just have not tried it yet. And I'm like, a part of why I want to make it such a grand thing is because they're the particular professional wrestler that is also getting the benefits of the sponsorship. Cody Rhodes, who's like the poster child, like he is, as much as I don't want to already say this because I went into my whole spiel about John Cena last week. He is positioning, or at least he is being positioned by WWE to be the new John Cena of this era. Not in the sense that he's going to be like John Cena, he's going to be on here for 30, 40, or 20 years, really. 20 years, he's going to be here for like the hardest like stretch of time, but like he's being positioned as the new face of the company. Like he's the guy that like, they're going to plaster his face on everything. And so since he's becoming that new face, I'm like, okay, I might want to try it. I want it to be a real thing.
Right.
Like, truthfully, if I could get, and this is putting my intention into the universe, because you know I'm a professional wrestler. I'm the sweeper club. I want to one day get to the WWE.
Right.
And if the gods would have it, I would be in the WWE. We'd still be doing this podcast. I'd be able to get WWE wrestlers to be a part of the podcast each week. That'd be fire. One of which would be Cody Rhodes. And by then, I know we'd probably have a completely different how we do this
Right.
versus like how we're doing it now. Like we would have a whole thing where we'd be like, oh, today's episode is sponsored by Wheatley Vodka. Today's episode, all of our drinks are going to be made with Wheatley Vodka. We're going to start with a shot. We started with a shot and all that. Like that's the kind of thing I want. And then, with it being Wheatley Vodka, him being kind of like the poster child for it, I would love to have him on if Wheatley were to sponsor us for an episode. It'd be wonderful. I couldn't imagine though. Dude is like 6'4". I could not imagine.
Jesus.
Actually,
That's tall.
how tall is Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes is 6 feet 1 inch.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say so. I want to say he's about the height of my brother, maybe maybe like half an inch taller.
Said 6'1"?
Huh?
Said 6'1"?
Yeah.
He's hiding your studio audience.
Wait, you're 6'1"? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, look at that.
Like,
No, but I'll also say TV makes him look bigger, and also like wrestling boots.
Yeah.
I can say this because I fucking know for a fact. I know three different guys who they will never admit to it, but they have lifts in their boots because how they're like standing when they don't have on their wrestling boot versus what they put their wrestling boots on. And I'm just like, you just grew 3 inches.
you peeping the secret.
Tell me the truth.
Like,
Tell me the truth. You was 5'6" when you put them before you put them boots on.
I'm 5'6".
You was 5'6" when you put them boots on. Now you all of a sudden 5'9", 5'10". Stop it.
Don't call him out like that. Don't call him out like that.
Somebody's gonna hear this and be like, "Why you call that man out like that?" I didn't say not a single name.
Big.
A hit dog will holler.
Every time.
True.
Every single time.
But before we get into the crux, the bread and potatoes, the meat and potatoes, the whatever in potato that you want to of today's episode, I have to say it because we skipped over it, getting into all of our shenanigans that we do. Always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text because we want you to make it there. Arrive alive, please, we do. Also, text him a booty pic. He probably sad. Text her a booty pic. She probably sad.
Don't do that.
Text them a booty pic. They probably sad.
You mean the little booties?
Hey man, little booties matter too. I got a story time. I actually got in trouble behind that song. It was out at the hookah lounge, and it was funny. One of our friends, because I was part of like a dance crew or whatever, and one of our friends met up with one of her friends, and she was one of those ones that like she was smaller, but she was proportional. So like all of her proportion, it fit with her,
Yeah,
and like she had a nice little booty.
Yeah.
And so like she was dancing on me to the song "Little Booties Matter," and somebody snapped it. I didn't realize anybody was recording. Somebody snapped it. My girlfriend at the time saw it. She was not happy. And I was like, hey, first off, she was just dancing. Second off, she knows that I'm in a relationship, which is why she felt comfortable enough dancing with me. It's similar to how when girls go out and they dance on their friend because they know nothing's gonna happen, because they feel comfortable with them, because they're not gonna dance with some random stranger. I was just somebody comfortable that was there to catch it because she didn't want to just dance on some random guy who was gonna get the wrong idea.
You trusted
Stop
me.
judging me, because I feel the judgment. I can feel it radiating. That's why I was looking at the studio audience, because I can feel the judgment radiating from her.
What do you mean?
She trusted you with her treasure?
Yeah, basically, yes. But,
Hey,
what you got to say?
You didn't open the chest. You didn't open the chest. You just left it be.
Nah, I didn't open the trap. Not at all. Not even close. After I ended up being single, she wanted me to. Which actually made me question, like, so all this time I was your friend, you was actually plotting on me on the low?
That has a lot more to do with it.
It really does. It fucking does. And it's so wild to me. I'm like, what do you mean you was plotting?
Sometimes girls are more subtle with the plotting than guys are.
Oh, facts.
Guys just outright do that shit.
True.
And you're just like, bro, ease up.
It's just straight up. Right. It didn't have to be like, hey, bro.
Hey,
You know I know what your intentions are.
right, you know I will block you ASAP, Rocky. Like, go
You
back
know
to being
I will
friends.
fight, like, you know I will fight you at high noon.
Like, sir, it is 2 a.m. Why are you sending this on Instagram? A block.
Like, why are you calling me, trying to ask me what me and her are doing at 2 in the morning?
Why are you up at 2? What I'm saying, like, don't worry about why I'm up at 2 in the morning. Why are you up at 2 in the morning?
Did I ever tell you about, what's his name called me when I was laying in bed with Gabby at like 2 in the morning? It was after, the probate, and it was when I had the after party, and like, he called, like, on Snapchat, and like, I literally looked at it, I was like, what the fuck is he calling me? And she was just like, ignore it. I was like, I'm going to. Like, I literally hit the mute button, and like, I hit the mute button. It was crazy because one time she had come over to the apartment, and his phone connected to her Bluetooth in her car before she got out. And I was just like, and she was like, I know he was over there. I was like, you're probably over there visiting Davina.
Probably.
Because, you know, Davina lived right over there, literally like right across the street from where I was.
Sure did.
So,
I haven't seen her in a long time.
I haven't, you know, apparently she lives in Atlanta now.
Yeah. Crazy enough, I thought I would run into her at MomoCon. Never did.
Really?
I ran into Jimmy though.
Of course you ran.
We went right past. I was like, "It's a Jimmy." He's like, "What?" I like take my face. I was like, "Oh hey." I was like, "Hey."
Of course you saw Jimmy.
Because he was with their whole group.
Of course he was with them. Of course you saw Jimmy.
The Hidden Village.
Yeah.
Yeah, Village of the Hidden in the whatever. Yeah.
Village hidden in the A or something like that. Only reason I even
and
know
apparently
about
she's
that.
a part of that now. So I'm like, how is she not with them?
Only reason I even
She's
heard about
going
that
to
is
drink
literally
con.
because they popped up, which I will admit, that's how you know that that's how you know that they're doing something right.
They're doing a lot of things right.
Because they popped up on my For You page. I didn't follow them because I didn't realize until after I'd scrolled away and like had left TikTok and I went, wait a fucking
Like that
minute.
was, I know him.
I know him. I didn't know everybody in there.
Right.
But I knew like 2 or 3 of the
I
guys.
saw
and I
the
was like,
original video, like kind of like Full House style, where they're kind of just going through like that.
I saw the one
I
where
saw
it was like
that.
what their domain expansion would be.
Yeah.
I saw that one and I
I
was
think the
like,
one that when it was about they were doing something and it slick went viral.
I mean, there
It was
was
going around like
there was a video of him at DreamCon from last year when it was in Texas.
yeah.
Jimmy was in one of the videos that went
I
viral.
seen that. I was like that. That's when I first like.
I
Oh
want
my
to
god,
go to
it's a Jimmy.
DreamCon. I want to go to DreamCon real bad.
You know,
I will say I need them to get more organized.
I'm about to say, funny enough, Davina's hosting a panel there.
At DreamCon?
Yeah.
In Texas.
Yeah, I saw on her Insta. It's like the Husbandos Wars.
I did see that.
She hosted one at Momo. She posted a panel at MomoCon too.
I did see that.
But it was like the
I
day before I went.
Ah.
I would have gone. Because
I
I was
hope
going to
to-
defend my husbando. I
hope to host a panel.
That'd be fun.
I hope to host a panel one day. That'd be fun.
If she
Or
has
like-
another panel at another anime convention in Atlanta and I'm going, I'll go.
Or do like a live. Hell, we might. Ooh, wait, no, I won't be able to this year. I was gonna think we could do Dragon Con. Well, me and Gabby are going to a family reunion.
I'm I've never been to Dragon Con.
Dragon Con, I ain't gonna cap. Hey, I talked about being a wrestler. Dragon Con, there's a wrestling show because it's like Thursday to Sunday.
Mm.
Every Thursday, that first night, they hold a wrestling show at Dragon Con. Hit up the sweeper for Dragon Con. Hashtag sweeper for Dragon Con.
I'm about to say, have you heard of the Southern Fried Gaming Expo?
Yes.
They had wrestling there.
Because it's Southern Fried Pro Wrestling. Yes, I know.
If you can go there.
Listen, the sweeper, just hashtag get the sweeper. Hashtag get the sweeper. That's not the actual hashtag for the episode, but that's the hashtag that we need to get the sweeper out there in the world. We want the sweeper. I want the sweeper. The professional wrestling world needs the sweeper.
Hashtag bring the sweet.
Hashtag bring the
Bring
sweep.
sweet.
Hashtag bring the sweep. Give me a motherfucking high five on that one.
Bring the
Give me a motherfucking. Oh, that's gonna be a clippable moment right there.
I love that.
I love that for us.
I love that.
This is why I'm glad you became my co-host, because you get on my nerves, but you are the absolute best yin to my yang.
Aww.
That's a clippable right there. I was
Lord have mercy.
like, Lord, let's get it started.
We're getting into our first actual section of the episode, which is our question of the week. This week question. Via Reddit, what's a thing that everyone should try at least once in their life? The answers actually aren't that terrible. The first one, living alone.
Yes.
I agree with that one, 100%. I did it for a little while. Granted, I did it during COVID, and that was depressing as fuck. But I also will say, having the freedom to live alone is something that, like the person who replied to it, it's addictive, 100%. Because even with my wife, like just being able to like be alone, like there was a time when I was living alone in my apartment, I would just come home, even if I had something else to do that evening, I would just get naked, walk around the apartment naked. 100%.
I'm talking about like alone was like college, and I loved the freedom of that. Just
Well, I mean,
it wasn't alone.
I was about to say,
it was alone, but it was alone enough. Alone compared to like growing up, just being with family. There was that freedom that you loved.
Okay, here's one that I don't think I really got a chance to do in college or even after. Traveling solo is an experience you will never forget. Everyone should try traveling solo at least once. It's a great way to gain independence and discover new cultures. I don't necessarily agree with that one.
I got anxiety. I can't do that. Traveling alone to me, I mean, of course I would travel to like Savannah, but I'm going to meet with friends.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere by myself, because what if something happens?
The most I've ever traveled by myself was to go to wrestling shows. I think the furthest I've gone, actually, the furthest I've gone for anything wrestling related, I drove from Macon, Georgia to Tennessee. It was like 6-7 hours.
Ew.
I drove up there for a wrestling seminar / training camp / tryout for at the time it was called Impact Wrestling. It's now TNA. I trained under Scott D'Amore and Ricky Morton, who was a part of the Rock and Roll Express, very old tag team. Okay, not very old, but they were big and popular back in like the 80s.
Okay. Old enough.
And he's still wrestling to this day. He's still training. Him and his son are actually now, like, they're a tag team wrestling on the independent. I love that for them. Ricky Morton, by far, one of the best guys that I've ever done a seminar with, just for the simple fact of the matter that, like, you could tell his energy was not, oh, I just want to teach you all, get your money, whatever. It was, I want to make the next generation better. Because there was a moment that we had in the ring where he was showing me a thing and he was like, all right, we're going to do the 1-2. And basically what that meant was, it was going to be he hits me in the corner and then I immediately respond and I hit him back. And he was like, he could tell I was nervous because it's Ricky Morton. It's a legend in professional wrestling. People who know professional wrestling know Ricky Morton. They know the Rock and Roll Express. So he could tell I was nervous, and he like puts a hand on me, and he was like, "Hey man, calm down. It's all right." He was like, "You're doing a good job." He was like, "Have fun." He was like, "Are you having fun?" I was like, "Yes, I'm having fun. I'm having a great time right now." And he was like, "That's pretty much
That's all that matters.
that's pretty much the long and short of what he said." He was like, "That's pretty much all that matters." And that's the energy that I've loved, that I've started to get more of in professional wrestling, is that, like, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be here. I did a show recently down in Tifton, Georgia, Kraken Pro Wrestling. There's a shout out, Kraken Pro Wrestling. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. I was in a match, and the guy who was in charge of helping us put together the match, after the match was over, I went back into the locker room area. I saw him. He actually comes up to me. I see him. He sees me. He comes up to me, hugs me. He was like, I saw you out there, bro. Did you have a good time? I said, yes, I had a good time. He was like, that's all that matters. You did a great job. I'm so proud of you. And it was one of those moments that, like, and I talk about therapists about this, like, I get emotional when I think about those moments, because it's like, professional wrestling is something that I've wanted to do for so long. Something that, for a long time, I never thought that I would actually make. Something that I never thought I'd be able to do. So now that I'm in it, I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy that I'm getting people who are reaching out to me saying, hey, I got this spot on a show, can you show up this Saturday? Yeah, I got you. Hey, I got a spot on the show, I need somebody to fill out this tag team match. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing nothing, I can come out. Hey, I got this show in September. I'm putting together a card. Do you think you'll be free where you can come in and do a match with X, Y, and Z? Yeah, I would love that. These are the things that, like, they make me happy. They make me joyous, which is why, kind of like what I talked about last week, when I was saying, like, oh, you know, I never thought I'd live to see this day. I never thought I'd live to see 28. I never thought I'd live to see the day where I could say, I'm a professional wrestler. I have people who come to shows specifically to see me. I have people who have bought my merchandise and have asked me to sign merch for them. Like, those are things that, like, I'm going to cherish, which, God willing, I don't. I could fall over dead tomorrow. I would still be happy knowing that I at least got to live out a portion of my dream. You know?
That's all that matters.
It is all that matters. It gets crazy when you think about, like, again, that's the only way I've actually traveled alone, which was just to go to wrestling shows, but I don't agree with this one. I don't agree with this one at all. Camping in the wilderness.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
I don't agree with that one at all.
Absolutely not. Never. I'm good on that. I don't need to experience that.
I will say, in college, I had a situation that I was in. You probably can guess, where part of the requirements of the thing that I was doing
Yep.
was we spent a weekend out it was out on a lake, and granted we weren't like in tents or anything, but like they were like the little hut thing, they were basically like little houses, but like they were camp houses basically.
Okay.
And we spent a weekend out there, and it was one of those situations. I wouldn't willingly.
Do it
I wouldn't willingly. I don't know if I would. Only if I guess I could get to go fishing, which I don't know what it is about getting older.
You want to fish?
I want to go fishing. Like I've had the I want to go fishing bug for like at least 6 or 8 months now. Like I've wanted to go
Fishing is relaxing.
Like I've wanted to just go out on a lake somewhere, have my bug spray, because I'd be damned if I'm out there getting bit up by bugs.
Yeah.
But have my little bug spray out there, have my little straw hat, just be out there on the lake, just
sit there with your just wait on it, man.
wait on it.
That's it.
Get a little bite, and be like, oop, oop, oop. I got one.
Alright, keep that line tight for a little bit, hit that jaw like ooh. See, doing that, you gonna lose it, man. You gotta hit it.
Ah,
You gotta
man.
jerk it. Just jerk a little bit. Just a little
No,
bit.
once you get something on it, you gotta.
No, because if you snatch it too fast, you gonna knock it off. You gotta
Not
hit it. Make sure.
not if it's already hooked.
Quick jerk. That's how you make sure it's hooked. Quick. And then you. Yeah.
Catch some catfish.
See, now I want to
Then,
fish it.
see? I don't think I've been fishing. I want to say one of the last times I went fishing was when I went to my godfather's, because my godfather used to be the pastor of my church growing up. He actually had like this huge compound where he lived. Huh?
Because I used to go fishing with my god.
And it was my godfather. He had this huge compound on his house. Then like, he had the house. He had this huge yard, and then he had like this big ass like lake area. And I remember I think it was a Saturday, brought like all the kids from the church. We like hopped on the church bus. We drove out to his house, and we basically had a competition of like who would catch the biggest fish. And I remember I won. And I remember I got I got a huge fish. It was big. And I was so small at that time, I wasn't even big enough to be able to take the fish off the hook myself. But like, I remember I was like, I got one. Like I wasn't even like reeling it in. I was just like pulling. I got one. Man. I remember one time I almost fell off a pier trying to fish with my uncle. Because my uncle used to work on like this farmland for these guys, and they had a lake, and part of the deal was outside of him getting paid, he could also come out and fish.
Okay.
So they had all of us, all the cousins, and I remember, this is how you know he was country. He had the old sugarcane poles with the fishing line tied to it that you had
I'm crying. That's country as hell.
And I remember I had one of those, and I will never forget. And this happened later in the day, but I'll never forget. I had it, and I was pulling, and I was just backing up on the pier, and I guess I had gotten too close to the other end. All of a sudden, my uncle is just like holding me, and he's just like, "Don't go too far back, don't go no more back." No. And so like I'm pulling, and I finally get it out the water, but we're like leaning off the pier. And this was after I got one of my other cousins' fishing poles out into the water. Because everybody had cast out their line, and they sat it down on the ground, and they were all standing around talking, and I see it starting to slide out onto the water. So instead of the reaction that any normal child would have, which would be to grab the pole and pull, I just start screaming, "His pole is going, his pole is going." And so everybody was like, "Why did you grab it?" I said, "Because it was moving. I didn't know, it's not mine. It's not mine, so I don't know to move it." And so they literally all have to like fish his pole out of the water. And I'll never forget that. It was funny. I think I might have been 6, 7 years old.
That's funny.
It's a core member.
You gotta
It
go
is.
fishing, man.
And you know that might actually be part of what has like got me to the point I want to fish. But
Maybe.
ooh, I think I agree with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Reading what you're passionate about and not just what you're told.
Yeah.
You know what you should read that you should be passionate about?
What?
Why cheese?
Absolutely no.
Either that or The Deviled Egg Made Me Do It.
No.
Yes.
Did you read that?
I haven't yet.
Ah.
Once I get some shmoney to put it in the Kindle,
You do that.
I will read it
You're
and
not
I will.
gonna be just a food book review, man.
I'll be okay with that.
That's probably fine.
I'll be okay
Make
with
us a book
that.
review.
I actually have to see if the audiobook for Why Cheese is available.
Yeah.
Cause my homie, she's gonna get paid for every audiobook that's paid. Speaking of, if you like audiobooks, go listen to Why Cheese by Ellen Mint. If it is available, I don't know if it is yet. I'll put a little thing on the screen and be like, yes, it is. No, it isn't. You're right, like not yet. But if it is, go listen to it. I will be listening to it just to help my friend out so that way they
Just
can get
to
paid.
relive it. You don't want to relive the cheesy goodness.
Absolutely not.
You want to relive the
I
cheesiness of it all.
I don't.
I think-
Don't get me wrong. It was a good book. It was.
I
But
mean,
like,
you could listen to it just like have your volume all the way down. That's a listen.
nah.
They don't-
I'm gonna make sure
Okay,
that every
okay.
time there's a sex scene, I'm riding around with the window down all the way up.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I would never do that. I'm way too conscious of like somebody who knows me seeing me.
If I was in college, yes.
You know, if I was still,
Would have.
you know, if I was still at BSU, I would.
Yeah, yeah. Who cares about the
I blessed that thing at my high school.
Shut up. Stop talking. No, because they would have kicked you out so fast. And immediately kicked you out and called your parents. And you know they would.
I'm talking about today. I go up there and blast her.
Oh, yeah, go today. I'll blast it with you. I'll blast Cupcake right up there with you.
You know, she apparently dropped a new album. I didn't realize.
Yes, you did.
Gabby's been listening to it. I haven't.
I put it in the group chat. Hey, y'all listen to Cupcake.
I have yet to listen to it.
You should.
I probably
You
won't.
should listen to.
No.
I'm just gonna tell you my recommendation. What songs I've been liking. I like Dora.
Is that from Cupcake?
Yes, it is. It's
Oh,
from the new
no.
album. It's called Dora.
I don't know.
It's not even bad.
I doubt that
Oh, rock,
very
paper,
seriously.
scissors.
See, I don't, because she had a song called Duck Duck Goose, and you don't.
Duck Duck Goose is a bop.
You don't think, and I know you haven't heard it because of that face that you're making right now. You would think that a song called Duck Duck Goose wouldn't be that bad. It sounds like a nice little wholesome
It's on the
name
same
for a song.
album as cartoons.
It is, when you hear the song, you're just like,
Oh my god.
and then you forget. People forget that Cupcake used to be a Christian artist, like a gospel artist.
Interesting.
Yeah. When you listen to her lyrics, and
And
you're just
she
like,
still does.
how did you start as a gospel artist?
And she
How?
still does nothing but preach.
Get out. It's 2 episodes in a row. 2 episodes in a row. God almighty.
Listen, all I'm saying is listen to Dora by Cupcake. Or Rock, Paper, Scissors. Also good on her new album, Dauntless Manifesto.
So, I'm going to take a moment right here. Future JB, do me a favor. Put down below here, because I'm sure at some point between now and editing, you will listen to her new album. I'm sure. Tell the audience
Your favorite song on the album.
what your opinion is of the album as a whole, and then I guess.
I'm telling you right now, it's straight fire.
No. And then I guess in agreement to Miss Deshan here, put your favorite song if you have one. I don't know.
You will.
You didn't think you'd like Rico Nasty, but you are a diehard for her. She's also on your your 5. Do you know what that means?
I'm just saying, man. Cupcake knows music.
I don't know.
I was Listen, I was looking at the lyrics earlier. I said, that's clever.
Stop it.
I'll give you one line from
God.
Dora.
Oh, God.
One line. I need a Birkin bag, cause backpacks is boredom. Backpacks is boredom. You get it?
How dare she defile the good name of backpack? Backpack, 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 backpack. I'm the backpack
Yo,
loaded
speaking
up.
of backpack, did you see Inside
next
Out
to-
2?
I haven't. We still haven't seen it.
Fucking,
I might go see it.
fucking Pouchy, bro. Shout out my nigga Pouchy.
Is that one of the new emotions?
Yeah, Pouchy.
Is that the one with the?
We love Pouchy.
Is that the one with the hoodie?
No.
No.
Pouchy.
Pouchy is my nigga.
Well, Pouchy's not.
Pouchy is Pouchy. Pouchy is Pouchy.
Alright.
You'll see Pouchy like, Pouchy that nigga.
He's different.
We'll go see it.
Pouchy, y'all should go see it. Y'all should have been saw it.
We'll go see it. We will.
You see it before the new Deadpool.
Oh yeah, most definitely will see it before the Deadpool. We got way off track.
It's your
Hugging a really affectionate bunny.
fault. No.
What? Why not?
Is it safe?
Huh?
Is it safe?
Yes, hugging bunnies.
I,
Bro, bunnies are great.
there are rabid bunnies out here, man. I see bunnies all the time around our house.
They're great.
I guess.
I have yet to meet a
Give
bunny.
me
that
a big, one of those big, fat, fluffy bunnies.
Yeah.
I'll hug it.
One of those freaking huge ones.
Yeah,
One of
they
those
do
ones
like
that's like.
old. Yeah. Or maybe a long cat.
Somebody said, visit Iceland. It is magical. Maybe.
Maybe. Because I think you can see the northern lights from there.
Working in the service industry. I
Yes.
fucking agree with that one.
110%.
Oh my
I will not
god.
explain.
When you work in the service industry, you understand without having to have
Exactly.
it explained to you.
Like,
Huh. This one might actually be, this might be something that I might do in my new year of 28 years of living. 1 full year of daily journaling. Every day recounting every single event that happened and that was not positive, and how we were at least partially responsible with our action/reaction, and how we could have acted better. All of this constructively and without playing the victim. I did that for over 1 year. It changed my life.
that person goes to therapy.
Oh, they got me.
That's some shit that therapists don't do.
Oh,
And
got
they was
me.
like, yeah, this shit kind of worked. And they kept doing it. That's the phrasing of that, that's exactly. You took word for word what your therapist told you to do. And apparently it worked, so if it worked, go for it.
There's not just one type of journaling, there's various types of journaling. You don't have to just write it down. Draw.
I might do a video.
Yeah.
Video blog.
That'd be
Video
nice.
blog. Day one. That bitch at work still pissed me off, but however,
However,
I'm
tomorrow's
kidding.
Thursday. We get nachos in the cafeteria.
I'm joking. I actually don't have any gripes with anybody at my place of business. I actually love each and every one of them.
I'm still new, so I don't have any issues yet.
There we go. You know. All right, last
I got
one.
issues with one, but they're not a staff.
Damn, that's joking.
It is. We gonna fight about it.
All right, very last one. Experience every form of storytelling: novel, movie, TV show, video game, etc.
I think it'd be hard not to.
I mean, there are people who don't read, and it's very, very obvious.
Everybody can't read.
And it's very, very, very obvious.
Shout out to the guy who's teaching himself how to read in his car.
The American system has ruined us all. And I hate it. I hate it so seriously. All of y'all did not deserve to get moved on.
No. A lot of y'all deserve to be held back.
A lot of y'all deserve to be held back.
You should have been left behind.
In fact, I 100% believe that had more of you been left back, we wouldn't have so many generational crash outs as we do nowadays. And I stand on that, and I mean that 100%.
Yeah.
Had a lot of y'all been held back, had a lot of y'all just had a chance to go back and properly learn how to read, how to do things right, you would not have these generational crash outs that we have nowadays.
We won't have people saying stupid stuff on the internet.
Exactly.
We would have
Every
more
single day.
people excited about being educated.
Exactly. Versus the ones that celebrate being ignorant. And I hate it with
It's
everything in me.
entirely too many of them.
Alright, we've dwelled in enough time for our first and opening section. I want to move on to section number 2.
What is it?
It's our Would You Rather of the Week.
Oh my gosh.
This Would You Rather of the Week, I'm pretty sure I already know your answer. You might surprise me.
Okay.
Would you rather of the week? Would you rather speak to animals or know other people's thoughts? Meaning like you can like hear, not in the sense of like, oh, you just walk into a public area and you just hear everybody's thoughts at once. But like you look at somebody and then you hear their thoughts. If they have any thoughts. You know, some people are
Some
fucking
people are
like
so
elevator
brainy.
music upstairs.
Me.
Fucking listen, walk by them, they're just like, doo-doo.
Y'all got the Doug theme song going just constantly in my head, bro.
Exactly.
Straight Doug. I didn't even watch fucking Doug.
You know what I regularly have going on in my head? The Inside special that Bo Burnham did. That cause there's a section in one of his early songs in that special where he's like, if you wake up in a house that's full of smoke, don't panic. Call me and I'll tell you a joke. If you see white men dressed in white cloak, don't panic. Call me and I'll tell you a joke. Oh shit, should I be joking at a time like this? If you start to smell burning toast, you're having a stroke or overcooking your toast. And I just have that like on loop, especially that last part. For whatever reason about the burning toast, I don't know why. I regularly just hear that in my head. Just like, if you start to smell burning toast, you're having a stroke or overcooking your toast. And I'm like, I pray I never smell burning toast. Because that'll be the first thing I think about. It's just like, am I having a stroke? Oh my God. Oh wait, no. My toast! Like,
Tell us what's your brain elevator music. Your brain waiting music.
no one would ever be able to like get information by reading my mind. Because my mind is such a fucking labyrinth of like random bullshit.
My brain is categorized like in
Like a file cabinet.
literally like in what's that fucking movie, Soul?
Okay.
How they got like just rows and rows of filing cabinet.
Yeah.
Everything's alphabetized. He's okay. Let's see, we're going here. There you go.
Mercy.
Here it is. Everything's organized in there, but there's a couple files like on the floor. They just haven't been
Well, then
categorized
everything
yet.
is organized.
They're just not categorized yet. The person's on break.
Then everything is organized.
Everything is organized.
Everything isn't.
For the most
If
part.
they're just on the floor. No, you said everything was organized. Everything isn't organized. There are just some things
It's
on the floor.
99% organized.
That's not everything organized then.
It's everything.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We don't care
Everything
about
important.
exactly. We don't care about the files on the floor.
No.
Those
No.
are the back. Those are the
No,
back
no,
files.
no, because now you're splicing hairs on what is.
Okay,
and
they're
isn't.
categorized to the floor.
Are they though?
Yes, they
Then
are. So
why
they
are
haven't been picked up
Then
yet.
why are they getting moved? Well, then if they're cataracted to the floor,
Because they still gotta be in
cataracted to
a,
the floor,
they
then
still
they
gotta
wouldn't
be
get
in a
picked
pile
up.
on the floor.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. That's not how that works.
Yes.
No.
Do you not sweep your trash into a pile before you throw it away? Okay then. Alright then.
But
Point made.
but that's not
Point
no,
made. Yes.
because then I could. But that's not me saying, oh, the trash is already thrown away.
I
when
didn't
it's
say
still
it
on
was
the
thrown
floor.
away. I said it was organized.
It's not organized.
It
then.
is, 'cause
No,
your trash
because
is
you
in a
have to.
pile.
If you have to pull it all together into a pile, you just said it was on the floor.
Well, I guess in that sense, the categorization would be anything that's filed will be important. Anything that isn't filed will be
On the floor.
non-urgent.
Stay out of this.
Files. Like I said, everything is organized.
How dare you?
Like I said, organization.
We need to retroactively go back and strip Kristal of the adjective agreeable.
No.
Yes,
No.
because she continually chooses to argue with me.
Yeah.
That's the one time she's agreed with me. That she's agreeing that she continues to argue with me.
Yes.
It's either one. We get one time. Look there, once.
Exactly, that makes me agreeable.
No.
I didn't say, did I say I was all the time agreeable?
Yes.
No, I said I was agreeable.
No.
You don't have to agree on
No,
everything.
agreeable.
You don't have to agree on everything to be agreeable.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. Yes.
No.
You don't have to agree on everything to be agreeable.
No, I'm about to.
Agreeable, by English definition, the ability to agree. Agreeable.
Actually, according to the dictionary definition
Dictionary, what
from
dictionary?
Oxford Language, thank you.
Oxford. Who uses fucking
In the first one, enjoyable and pleasurable, pleasant. The second, also an adjective, willing to agree to something.
Exactly, thank you, like I said.
No.
You don't have to agree to everything to be agreeable.
No.
Was I not? Was I wrong?
You were wrong.
Thank you, I was not wrong.
Shut, yo!
I wasn't wrong.
The studio audience is henceforth one more outburst away from being banned from the studio.
No, wait, you're done making noise for the day. Shut up. No, you don't know we get in the fucking car, bro.
Damn.
Actually,
Right. We're in the car driving here.
Oh, Lord.
I'm driving, just chilling, mind my own business. I forget what he said something.
Okay.
And he's like, no, that's my birthday. That's near my birthday. Oh, we're talking about future plans. He's like, not then, because that's near my birthday. I said, I don't care. And I'm driving, so all I see is him turning like this in the passenger. All this happening out my peripheral. So I'm just driving, and I see him turn out peripheral. He's silent, dead silent. And he lets out this blood-curdling scream. And I start dying laughing. I'm like, you know how you laugh so hard you want to close your eyes? I can't, I'm fighting to close my eyes because I'm driving on the interstate when he let out this blood-curdling scream.
Sir.
And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Why did you do that? He's like, did you like my goat impression? I'm like, the fuck is your problem? Why would you do that?
Shit, if she decides to ban you from the recording, I don't think I can argue with it.
Like, what? And I asked, like, why did you do this? He's like, it was quiet on. I knew I had to do something. So you fucking screamed in the car? I could have crashed the shit. I started choking, and there was no water. Well, he had water, but this was water.
Try
And he's
it.
like, I got a straw. What the fuck am I doing with this straw?
Gently
He drops the straw into the water jug. I had to dig it out like 3 times. He keeps dropping the straw. So I'm like, just stop. Now you see what I did with it.
That's a tragedy.
It is a tragedy.
If only you could read his mind.
Right. No, because even then, his mind is a mile a minute. What am I supposed to do?
Well then, which is your choice? Talk to animals or read minds?
Gosh, I'm gonna read minds for evil.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna read minds for evil.
But how would you read minds for evil?
What do you mean?
Like, no one's gonna believe you if you just be like, oh, I read his mind. He said that he was gonna do X, Y, and Z. Or like, oh, I know your plans for extorting millions of dollars from your workers over the next year. Give me all of that money or else I'm gonna
Yes.
sell you out to the government.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna believe you.
The person who's mine are maybe not believe. Because I'm gonna tell you your plan.
Yeah, but
For
then,
word back to you.
yeah, but then all they have to do is just be like, this woman's insane, lock her up.
And I'm reading the police report. I'm start reading everybody's mind. Tell me I'm wrong.
Listen,
You can only say, how'd you know that so many times, like, because I'm telling the fucking truth.
don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to read minds, but at the same time,
I don't want to speak to animals. What is speaking to animals going to get me?
only thing I'd want to read minds
I'm not
for,
Dr. Doolittle.
only thing I'd ever want to read minds for is just like, to be able to get an upper hand on my opponents.
Fair.
So that way if I ever like, let's say I'm in a debate about something, and
Make
like,
their point before they
my opponent has something to say and I'd be like, I know what my opponent is thinking. He thinks that he can just say something silly and it will get him out of this moment. But we are in the 21st century.
Yeah. Keep on their toes, man.
Tragedy.
It is a tragedy.
Okay, so I got this next section.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this question because of something that you said about one of your sisters that doesn't watch anime. What would be a good starter anime to recommend to people? So it wasn't, I will also admit, it wasn't just because of your sister who doesn't watch anime. I also have some co-workers who, they don't watch anime, they're lame and boring, they don't have any intention of like watching anime, they're boring, and I can't believe that they wouldn't like spend their life. They watch other things and I'm just like, those are all terrible things to watch. Like you could watch anime and your lives would be so much better for it.
Right, you'd be chilling.
Exactly. What do you think is a good starter anime for someone, like, let's say there's somebody that wants to get into anime. They don't know where to start because, for God's sake, the anime sea is very, very wide and vast.
I say it depends on the person. Kind of
Okay,
ask them
but-
like, hey, what do you want? More like action, or you want something a little cutesy? If they say, oh, you want something a little cutesy? Okay, cool, I got plenty of them, they're fine. Maybe School Babysitters. Or How to Keep a Mummy. They're very cute. If you want a little action, but you don't want too much action, what's action even have too action?
Death Note.
I haven't seen that in a minute. I've been meaning to watch it.
Please.
I've been meaning to watch it.
You need to, before the end of this month, you need to at least watch like the first 3.
I have so many other ones to
No, put them all by the wayside. Put them all by the wayside.
No.
None of them matter. No,
I haven't finished.
no.
I'm finishing JJK right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Because JJK can wait. Death Note is a rite of passage as any anime fan.
Death Note was pretty good.
Death Note is a rite of passage for any anime fan. Same as Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Same as, hold on, because I always forget the, yes. Life Lesson with Uramichi
Yes.
Onisan.
That is, yes.
That show,
Is hilarious.
it's not a starter anime. I will say that. It's not a starter anime. But that is a show that I feel like is a rite of passage for anime watchers.
Fair enough. Psyche K. I think that's a good little starter.
You know?
I
Because
think
it's a slice
Psyche
of
K.
life, even though it's like a supernatural slice of life, I can
think
agree
Psyche
with you.
K is fair. There's not a whole like overarching plot. It's like it's calm.
It kind of sort of.
It's calm.
Calm-ish.
It's calm-ish. It's not like super beat 'em up like Chainsaw Man or nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, if you want to get into like, and I know somebody's gonna hear me and be like, oh, you just say that because it's your favorite anime. If you want to get into like a shonen anime that like is very plot heavy, it's very like character driven, it's very unique to the fact that like all of the characters are unique. Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. And it's funny I say that because I had a coworker of mine who just watched Hunter x Hunter. Yu Yu Hakusho is made by the same creator as Hunter x Hunter. He watched Hunter x Hunter, loved it. I mean, fucking loved it, top down. He literally watched like the whole thing in the span of a week. And I told him, I said, if you like that, go watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Because you see where a lot of his inspiration come from if you watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Because he puts a lot of his Yu Yu Hakusho things, and like narrative and plot devices, he puts them in Hunter x Hunter as more of a refined palette. If you want to see like early days, he's still just getting his footing in making a show and making an anime, a manga, watch Yu Yu Hakusho. He was like, really? I said, yes.
What about Inuyasha?
I'm sorry?
Inuyasha?
I think that's also a rite of passage, though. I don't think they were the same. That's a rite of passage, but I don't feel like we'll ever get the same from like back in the day when we were like, we left our TVs on when we went to sleep at like 3 in the morning. Like,
Just waking up in the middle of the night like tell loud ass shit for no reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause that shit was a fucking rite of passage. That and fucking waking up to the George Lopez theme song.
Or that fucking CD commercial.
Oh, the fucking no, that's what I call.
Yes.
If I'm your lady,
The hits of the
and you are my friend.
It's now available in the comfort of your own living room.
Tell me how am I supposed to live without you?
All the greatest hits from the 80s, 90s, and now.
Somewhere out there.
For the Shirley Temple commercial.
Bro, edible crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits, loop de loop. Bro,
Yes.
that shit. Oh my god.
Oh.
Are we old?
Yes, we're old.
Oh my god.
That's the daytime commercial. We're talking night.
Well, we talking about the nighttime commercial.
We're
Boy,
talking like you dead asleep.
I'm
George
talking about
Lopez coming out of fucking nowhere, jumping across your screen. You just like you find it what's wrong.
the amount of times I've woken up at like 1 in the morning to a Shirley Temple commercial. Now that's what I call love songs.
Yeah,
36. The fucking George Lopez show popping up. God, when I tell you, we're old.
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah, we're a little up there. In case you're like, what are they talking about?
You know they did a new. I know we're talking about nighttime commercial, but you made me think about it. They did a new J.G. Whitworth commercial. They're at a fucking skate. They're like at a skating rink.
I think
And like the guy started singing, he was like, I have a structured settlement and I need food. And he like falls and the music just like keeps going. And then it goes, call J.G. Whitworth, 877 cash now. And it's like,
no, put them back on the bus.
like damn.
They might tell you to go skate. Get your ass back on the fucking bus. and
Put it
shut
back
up.
on the bus. That shit.
Get your ass on the fucking bus.
Get back on the bus. That would be
We're
fun.
gonna talk about commercials at some point. We're gonna talk about commercials.
Bro, you know what? How about next week we have a whole section just devoted to like commercials.
Yes.
And like, there was one. I gotta say that. I gotta say it.
I got like 2 commercials I want to address.
Listen, we'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after we get ready for like next week.
Yeah.
That could be like the nostalgia.
Yes, it would be our nostalgia 13 episode.
Ooh, unlucky number 13.
But so you say reading minds. Sorry, reading way off track. Way off track.
Yes.
Reading minds.
Read minds, yes.
Read minds. Studio audience, this is my first time asking you
We'll let you have an opinion.
for your would you rather. That's crazy. That's crazy. What'd you say?
Animals.
Animals?
Yeah, because if you can manipulate them well enough, they can do.
You're gonna become fucking Coda from My Hero.
Maybe.
Ain't no way.
Okay,
You
well.
just read their minds, you can't talk to them. Because you don't speak animal.
Well, you can speak through, like,
Anything you can speak
telepathically.
telepath, you can just read it. You
No, you just talk to them. Like you talk to them, and then instead of hearing the whatever animal sound they make, it just sounds like English to you.
I mean,
It's like, what's good, little nigga? I would, if I would know how to talk to animals, I would absolutely talk to my pet turtle. I'd be like, yo, what's good, Omar? How you doing, big fella? You doing all right? Feed me. All right. I mean, I just said,
I don't want to talk to my dog. I don't want to talk to him.
you don't want to talk to your dog?
Fuck no.
Why don't you want to talk to your dog?
What the fuck you gonna say?
I don't know. He said any kind of thing.
Literally,
I'm
he says,
hungry.
I'm bored. No. There's, like, please. Like, bro, shut the hell up. I hear you up there. You don't wanna play? No.
Nah,
I see you. I hear you up there. I don't care. It's 2:00. He would not sound like that. You know he fucking lies, dude.
I would teach, cause Gabby and I are planning to get a dog before the end of the year.
Love it.
I'm gonna get the little talking buttons, and I'm gonna teach them how to be like walk, potty, walk, food, treat, no, please,
I'm gonna slip a button there. I'm gonna slip a new button in there.
I'm gonna know all of the buttons because I'm gonna know how many buttons we have.
I'm gonna switch it out.
No, you're not gonna get the opportunity.
I'm gonna switch out the buttons.
No.
Yeah.
That'd be
No.
like color coded and all that.
Yes.
I'll switch them out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch out one of the buttons.
No, you won't.
Every day.
Because I promise you, if I come home and one of the buttons are switched out and I hear your voice, I'm going to fight you.
You wouldn't hear my voice.
The whose voice would I hear? I'm gonna know one of the voices in it, what it normally is. Because I'm gonna have it set to either my or Gabby's voice.
You figure it out.
No,
Don't you worry about it.
no. Then you're gonna get banned from our house.
Why? I didn't do anything.
Yes, because we'll know that if one of the buttons isn't what we programmed it to be, we're gonna know it was you.
How would
'Cause
you know- how would you know it was me?
because we have proof that you said that you were gonna change it.
Just like I said, I'm gonna do something, don't mean I'm gonna do it.
Then how else would it change?
I don't know. A
It's
ghost?
you. It's you. Ain't no ghost right here. You know how often we stage this motherfucker?
I don't know. It could be anybody. It could be the dog changing.
Studio audience, get her.
Okay.
Exactly.
A tragedy.
The dog's gonna change it itself.
I'm an innocent bystander in this situation, sir. I have
Dogs are
no
getting smarter these days, man.
She can no longer be considered agreeable.
Yes, I am.
She can no longer and will let the record of the constitution of the drunk texting podcast show that she will no longer be known as agreeable.
But you know what we can agree on?
What?
What time it is?
And what time is that?
It's about to be 5.
It's time to determine if someone is the asshole.
Anna the asshole. Yeah.
This one I found a while ago when I read it, I was like, I actually read it, I was like,
Oh, it's some shit.
I just had to laugh. What the fuck?
Oh, it was that bad?
It's not even bad, but I just had to laugh. It was like, it's stupid. Am
Oh,
I
love
the
that.
asshole for reporting my wife for bringing me snacks in the hospital?
Immediate yes. Immediate yes.
I read, what the fuck do you mean you report her for bringing you a snack?
Immediate yes.
Okay, here we go. Alright. Listen, let me get serious. I am 32 and male. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with binge eating disorder. To put it simply, I eat compulsively, even when I'm not hungry. My BMI is 43, putting me in the class 3 obesity range. Since my diagnosis, I have not improved whatsoever. Therapy and support groups have a positive effect on my mentality, but even 2 hours after, I'll be in line at a drive-thru. It has affected my health, my mental health, my finances, and of course, my wife. My wife is 37. She is average size and eventually agreed that I may need actual medical. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
It's not funny. It was the way that you said it. It was the way that you read it. The way that you were just like, they help, but even 2 hours later, I'll be in a drive-thru. Like, I can just imagine, like he walks out, walks out of the support group singing a song, and like he's still humming that song as he's in his car waiting to take his order.
It's not funny.
You read it like that.
Shut up. She's average size and eventually agreed I may need actual medical intervention. After a lot of deliberation, we packed up and temporarily moved states so I could participate in an inpatient program as part of a research study. Apparently, intervention programs for BED can be pretty hit or miss, and so this one is a new take on them being 6 months instead of the typical 30 to 90 days. I'm currently at the end of my first month and everything is going very well. I've made a lot of friends in the program as well. At the end of the 1 month mark, visitation opened up and my wife could now visit me. Obviously, she jumped at the chance and came to visit me 2 days ago. We headed over to my room where she took her backpack off and pulled out jalapeno chips and colas, two of my two most common binge items. At first, I freaked out, but she explained that I deserved a break and went into detail about how much trouble she went through to smuggle them through. I immediately shouted for a nurse who forcefully removed the products from her hands and then escorted her out of the hospital with a full team. My wife has now been completely banned from the premises and she's furious at me. The nurses and doctors have expressed nothing but gratitude and told me that had I indulged, I would have instantly been removed from the program. One thing that my wife said that made me think she had a point was instead of telling her to put the snacks away and take them home, I went for the nuclear option of calling other people. I know that her bringing me snacks was objectively wrong, but was my reaction over the top?
Yes.
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 Now you see what I mean? Like, nigga, what? You
100%.
really did the fucking most.
Like
bro.
you literally could have just said, I appreciate you for thinking like that. Okay, cool. I do need a break, but like put that up. I've actually made progress this month.
Or you couldn't be like, yo, like,
right? Like you could have just been like, hey man,
they'll get you.
Just put them up. Just put them up. Just put them up, please.
But
please.
you went full blown SWAT team.
Police! Help! Police!
You went full alarm mode and got this woman banned. Now she's not gonna see you for fucking 5 months. She'll kick your ass when you get out.
And if she cheats,
over some fucking jalapeno chips and a cola. That's the shit. You had this woman kicked out with a full team of people,
bro,
over some fucking jalapeno chips and a soda.
That's crazy. Like,
and then you've been here for a month.
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand the side of like he's really serious about the program. He really wants to, he wants to make a change. He wants to be able to like make himself better. But it's like, bro, your reaction was
way over
wrong.
the top.
Like, nah, fam,
you like. And here's my thing: if she smuggled them in there, it couldn't have been no big ass bag. You probably had one of them small little 50, 75 cent like, bags.
Maybe one of them ones that like yay big.
Right, you snuck 2 of them, bruh.
2 of those.
And a Coke.
And a Coca-Cola, probably one of them like half a liter.
Probably like a can or some shit. Like, you really did the most. Now she's banned.
Now she's banned. Now she can't see you. Now the most you can do is text her and be like, I'm sorry, babe.
No, fuck you. You got me banned over some fucking shit.
And I would expect that to be the response if that's how you fucking like.
Because imagine if he's doing this now. When you get out, what you gonna do when we actually got like snacks in the house?
Right.
You finna kick me out the house?
Look, no. Call the doctor back, have an escort her out the house.
Yo, she got the doctor. She got snacks. She got honey buns. Like, what? Police? Like, you call the police for what?
For what?
She's making lasagna. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Oh man, speaking of lasagna, they did make the lasagna.
Yeah, listen, I'm just hungry, but I know I got grilled food at home. Yeah, they're grilling.
That's just wonderful. It must be nice. It must be nice to have like the whole family be like right there and they all can like do stuff for you like that.
I mean, I live with family setup. That's interesting. Everyone.
That's wild.
Everyone.
Communication.
I still 100%.
Communication, my ass. I'm gonna beat you.
No, I'm saying communication. They could have talked about this.
I don't think they can.
No,
Visitation just opened up, so I don't think they can communicate with the outside world. Even then, I still say you did too much.
It sounded like
100%.
It sounded like he wasn't ready for visitation.
Like, and to me, it also sounds like he was trying to just use her as a scapegoat because he knows that he was too weak. He probably would have accepted it, or he probably would have went out if he would have been given the opportunity to leave the program. He would have went out and did it himself. So, what are the comments saying? Is anybody what are the comments saying?
Everyone is in agreement
So
that he is not the asshole.
Really? They're saying he's not the
everyone
asshole.
is saying that he is logical.
No, because the reaction was too much.
That's what I'm saying. To me, the reaction's too much. Are you an asshole for like being upset? No. Are you an asshole for going that fucking extreme with it? Yes.
Like, he's not the asshole for even wanting to make sure that he's getting what, like, he's making sure that he's being healthy and he's making sure that he's able to, like, see progress. But to that extreme of a reaction, nah, fam, you were the asshole to, because you couldn't have even talked to her and just been like, hey, can you just put those away, please? I appreciate you for thinking of me
Right.
and thinking like, oh yeah, my nigga, like,
And like, I
take
think
it,
it'd be
but
like, oh, you're at this point, you're an addict.
right.
And like, I get that, but like, again, you don't have to be so. That's the whole thing. It's the intensity of your reaction is why I can't completely fault. Yes, the wife is wrong for bringing you snacks.
100%.
She should not have brought you snacks knowing you in there for binge eating. She shouldn't have done that.
But
Both of y'all assholes. How about that?
she's the asshole for bringing them in the first place.
Yes.
But he's the asshole for
That
instead of trying to talk it out with his fucking wife, he immediately tries to like, help, police,
You
police,
go
help,
snitch
help, police. Bro, he Tekashi 6ix9ine her ass.
Literally.
He Tekashi 6ix9ine her ass.
He took it too seriously. She didn't take it serious enough.
You're right. Everybody just saying like, oh, she's an enabler, like all that. I'm like, is she enabling a little bit? Yes.
But at the same time, it's not like she opened the bag and forced them down your throat. Like,
Right? No, she snuck them in your. She did sneak them in, but still,
like she didn't say like, open up, you will eat these chips. Like,
she's like, eat them when you don't love me.
right. Like, no, she just said, hey, I see the work you've been doing. I'm proud of you. I think you deserve a break. Here's your favorite snacks.
I wouldn't call that enabling. She attempted to enable.
She attempted to enable. It would have been enabling had he taken them.
Yes.
Right. And then if he would have taken it, he would have kicked out. Nigga, if you took him, obviously you need something stronger than this fucking program.
That's true.
If they kick you out for breaking it one time, at the 1 month mark,
Right.
you should, at some type of rehab, you should expect some type of like, at least somewhat of an attempt to like break.
I don't know, man, because I've seen some of these rehab, services. Them folks be getting violent over that cocaine, man. They be getting violent,
Yeah.
boy.
If I was his wife, I'm like, oh, so you don't want to eat that? I guess you ain't eating this for a while either.
Shut the hell up.
I'm just saying.
Everyone disagrees he's not the asshole, and she is wrong for basically not caring about him.
I didn't say no.
To say that she doesn't care
It's a little.
is categorically bad because it's like
Someone's.
the fact that she even thought enough to bring his favorite snacks in the first place means that she cares on some level. It's just the fact that she didn't have the foresight to think, damn, maybe I shouldn't because he came to this program to stop his impulsive eating.
Right.
So,
This comment just made me laugh. It says you're an addict and your wife just smuggled in a line of coke to rehab.
I'm not laughing at these folks.
Everyone agrees that he's not an asshole. They're like, don't worry, when you get out, you're in fucking trouble when you get out, my guy. Just understand that 5 months, she gonna beat your ass. For real, for real.
It don't matter if you done lost weight, if you look better.
She's gonna throw you.
She is going
5 months.
to put the 1-2 buckle my shoe on your ass.
Right. Again, good job for treating your addiction.
Right.
But like, know how to handle yourself. Know how to handle yourself. Know how to control. Exactly. Know your own self-control. Know your own limits. If you had that much of a nuclear reaction and blew up at her like that, you knew you weren't strong enough in the first place. You know you're still struggling. Like, hey. I'd rather you sit there and scratch like a fiend. Like, oh shit, my peel, shit. I'd rather you sit there and stare at these shits instead of going crazy like that.
Help! Police!
The minute you get me kicked out with a full team of people over some chips
Yeah,
is the minute I'm filing for divorce.
that's facts.
Cause what am I supposed to do with you?
You gonna get out the program, you ain't gonna have nowhere to go.
You get served papers in the program.
That's true.
Have fun.
Yeah, send them right back off the wagon.
Damn. Bet you want them chips now.
Send them those papers with some some stain
Some
from the
Cheeto
jalapeno.
That's crazy. That's diabolical.
What if they're gonna Cheeto dust?
That's diabolical. That's
I mailed them in a fucking zebra cake box.
Mail them shits.
I sprayed fucking
Look,
barbecue sauce.
Mail them shits in a bag of fucking chip in a bag of jalapeno chip.
Attached with a gift card to Applebee's. Oh, that's straight hell. Hell.
A mess. A mess is what it is. Finish this
A
drink.
mess is their marriage too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my God! Imagine her telling her friends, like, y'all, I tried to visit him and I kicked out. What'd you do? I took him some chips.
Took him some chips and a Coca-Cola.
And Coca-Cola. And he kicked you out? No, it's the full SWAT team did. They probably took you all the way back to your car
Yeah. They probably escorted her all the way back to the car.
with them chips and Coke. With them chips and Coca-Cola. Damn. And then when the doctors and nurses did nothing but praise him. Well, fuck you. Somebody should have like, hey, man, listen, man.
And you did
That
a
was
good
really
job.
extreme. Good job, but that was really extreme.
If I was one of the doctors, I'd be like, hey, bro.
You did not just waste the team for that.
Like, that was kind of extreme, big fella.
That was really extreme. I know somebody in there like, hey, that was a little much. You had to do your wife like that.
You did not have to do her like that. Like,
You-
she was just in here because she cared.
Right, she was trying to be, you lucky she didn't even visit your ass. And you done got her kicked out and banned. So if you ever come back here, she still can't come back and see you. Yeah. And they don't move states away for this. What?
So she sacrificed some things for him.
Yeah.
And just had her
Another
kicked.
part of why she ain't the asshole.
She is part of the asshole. For bringing snacks into a rehab.
They're both in the wrong, yeah.
So,
They're both in the wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say y'all complete assholes, but both of y'all in the wrong.
So, before you finish your drink, toast to the end of another episode.
Yep.
Toast to the end of another great episode.
A dozen. A crispy
To a
dozen.
Krispy Kreme,
Cream
baby.
dozen. Ooh.
That's glaze right there.
Krispy Kreme dozen. Episodes hot and fresh.
Hot and fresh. Did we have a hashtag
The
for
red
the
light
episode?
sign is on.
The red light sign is indeed on for us.
That's the hashtag hot and fresh.
Hashtag hot and fresh.
Hot and fresh chips.
Hashtag hot and fresh chips. Oh my lord. It got worse and worse. I was okay with just hot and fresh.
Chips. Just hashtag chips.
Hashtag chips.
Hashtag shoot.
Dozen chips.
Hashtag chips. That's
Hashtag
terrible.
chip. Chips. From the adventure.
Chip and ice cream, yeah.
Chips
It's funny,
and
we
ice
actually
cream.
talked about that the other day. Gabby and I talked about that the other day.
Chips and ice cream, man.
Chips, chips, chips,
Chips,
chips,
chips, chips.
ice cream.
You haven't seen Adventure Time, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Damn. Cause I could see him in the corner of my eye, like he was doing it with me.
You should. Everyone likes Adventure Time.
That's
man.
crazy.
I'm gonna watch Adventure Time. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, we're gonna get into it. I'm not gonna tell you what my I'm not gonna tell you what my new thing is. I'm gonna leave it. I'm actually gonna leave it on the screen.
'Cause it's
It is
changed.
one. It has changed. It is one central username now. It is on the screen. I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna wait. I am. But it's all gonna be one central. In fact, I might even not change. I actually might make a whole new Reddit account, and just so I can make that as the username.
Yeah.
But it's right there on the screen. Where you can find me. You can find the podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. One of my friends told me that Spotify will automatically upload our episodes to other platforms after so many episodes. I hope that's true because if not, then you just gotta find us on Spotify. There's over 30 followers on Spotify, over a dozen on YouTube. So with that being said, you follow us on all the socials at Drunk Text Pod. Kristal, where can the people find you?
They can find me everywhere. At Kristal Deshan, KRISTALDESHAN.
Yes. And before we leave, as it is customary for myself and this podcast, If your loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, support through hotline counselors who are there to help you and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems. Remember, I say this at the end of every episode because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. In every single episode, you are loved. You are appreciated, and we are so happy that you joined us right here on this gray, this comfy, this not very old couch. We will see you in the next episode 13. Episode 13. Some would say the unlucky number, we say one of the luckiest numbers. Yeah. But with that being said, we will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye. Woo!